So hey guys, it's Zyant again. And this is not Titanfall, it is not Call of Duty, it is not Battlefield, it is Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and I know that there are those among you saying, ew, why is he playing casual? Ew, why doesn't he have buy-binds? Ew, why is this kid such a frickin' scrub? And the answer, to put it plainly, is I am in fact a gigantic scrub at this game. I am very, very bad. And it's one of those games that requires incredible amounts of investment to get anywhere approaching good at. And there are two factors that have led me so far not to actually get good at this game. One, the investment of time. Counter-Strike is 12 or 13 years old, and at 24, I would have been 11 when this game first came out, and I didn't play it. I didn't know Counter-Strike even existed until my late teens, and at that point in my life, I didn't want my video games to be particularly difficult, just because I didn't play them for any significant gains. I played them because they were fun, and because for the most part they were easy, and more to the point, I played a lot of JRPGs as a kid. Final Fantasy VII, as I've said before, one of my favorite games of all time. And Counter-Strike, with its high difficulty curve, the amount of sheer beasts on this game at multiple levels of beast, which you don't find very often. And that was a recipe for me just saying, nope, I don't care enough about Counter-Strike to play it. And I've been watching a lot of Counter-Strike streams, and I've been watching competitive play, and I've been watching all these different people play it at a much higher level than I could probably get to in the next year if I applied myself to nothing but Counter-Strike, and I have the utmost respect for Counter-Strike as a game, for Counter-Strike as a series, for Counter-Strike as a test of one's mettle in the gaming universe. Because Counter-Strike is one of those rare games that truly rewards the skilled player. Now, there are those among the Go community that will say that there are certain things about Go that reward more casual play, and I think that sometimes that's true. Spray patterns are kind of hard to predict, but once you learn them, they're really easy. Hit detection can sometimes not be very good, but that's just Valve servers acting up. But for the most part, I find that my Counter-Strike experience, my mistakes, and my failures are never really a fault of the game, at least as I perceive it. Now, there are times when I'll say, you know, I was shooting right at that guy, why didn't it hit him? The answer then, of course, is the gun is you're spraying too much, you're moving too much, and your bullets are going everywhere but where you point them. And that's a different philosophy than a lot of first-person shooters have today, like Titanfall and like Call of Duty. If you aim at a single point, your bullets will go exactly at that point. Counter-Strike says that's not how guns actually work, because as you're moving, things will get off-center. As you're shooting, things will get off-center. And while Battlefield has attempted to add a spray pattern, with Battlefield 4, and less so with Battlefield 3, the hit detection and the game mechanics were such that even if you had the spray pattern, you had either in Battlefield 3 a massive amount of suppression, or in Battlefield 4 your bullets just don't frickin' register, or in fact they register about 1.5 inches behind your enemy, not where they actually are. And I guess I should start 4 minutes into the commentary with why I am playing casual, not competitive, not deathmatch, not all of these game modes that would ostensibly make me better. And the answer is, one, I don't particularly want to put myself in the mix with people who've been playing this game for 12 years and 12 years only. Because a lot of the casual players, some of them have been playing for a long time, but their skill level is more approaching my own. And in fact, I am better than some of the people in casual, and as a Counter-Strike casual, still, I like that feeling of being superior to certain people in the game. And if I played with people from PTG, like Boop, or Joe, or Will, they would absolutely hand me my ass on a silver platter. And that's not to take away from the fact that because of that, I would get better by getting my ass handed to me. That's how it was in Call of Duty. how it was in Battlefield, how it was in TF2, how it would have been in Titanfall if Titanfall weren't so similar to Call of Duty. And through a trial by fire, I would get better. That's how the best players stay the best players, because they are constantly playing against people of their own level, or even a little bit, and this is minuscule, a little bit above it. That's how they stay at the top of their game, by playing players who are their equal or even a touch higher. But, like I said, I am still very much a Counter-Strike casual. And while I would like to get more serious with Counter-Strike, because it's one of those games that I feel, as a first-person shooter fanatic, I guess would be my current state of things, it's a game that I should be serviceable at. I don't ever have to be competitive. I don't have to go to LAN and, get my face pushed in or push in faces myself. But it's one of those games that I must be average at. And I am well below average. Now, this game you're watching here, I've cut down significantly because I get my ass handed to me a whole lot. But these are not common games for me. I do not drop 16 kills and only 8 deaths. Ooh. Most games. Normally, I'm at about a 1.0 KD spread, which, of course, KD means absolutely everything in a game like Counter-Strike. But in a casual, at least, when there's a lot more players per team, more kills usually means you're going to win more. Which is not to take away from the fact that you have to plant or defuse the bomb, and I have done some ninja defuses in my time. But again, it's more casual. It's more like TDM than it is like actual Counter-Strike, because Counter-Strike in its purest form is 5v5, small maps, no red dots on the radar when you shoot, all quiet, all communication, all this really high-level tactic stuff. And honestly, that's what I like about Counter-Strike, is that normally you not only outplay your enemy by controlling your spray pattern better, by predicting where he's going to go, but you also outplay them by outshooting them, by moving in such a way that you're unpredictable while still maintaining your own predictability with yourself. And all of this stuff comes together to make this wonderful mishmash. And you're watching Dust 2, one of the most played maps in the world, one of the most copied maps in the world, and you gotta wonder, why is it so popular? Because it's a good map. And that's another reason I want to get back into Counter-Strike, because most of the maps in Counter-Strike, at least played at the competitive level, are absolutely fantastic. And even now, 12 years, 13 years into Counter-Strike's life cycle, people are still learning how to play these maps. Which means to me that the skill ceiling for Counter-Strike is so unbelievably high that even your map knowledge is never complete. Even after 12 years, there are still ways to exploit your enemy's movements around the map. And I love that. I want to be part of a game that has that. And again, as a first-person shooter, a primary player, Counter-Strike must be part of my repertoire more than it currently is. Because it's such a storied franchise, because it is one of the longest running franchises, and even now, Global Offensive has over 100,000 players on it on average on Steam. Call of Duty, maybe 20,000 now. Titanfall doesn't have more than 50,000, I would wager. Battlefield may have 40 or 50,000 people on at a time on PC. All of these games come together to not even put a dent in Counter-Strike's popularity. And I haven't even touched on the fact that there's a gigantic microtransaction system in place. But again, that plays into being a Counter-Strike casual. I like skins, I like camos, and I don't mind having to pay for them because I enjoy the game enough to do so. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this somewhat rambling commentary. I hope to bring you more Counter-Strike Global Offensive content in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.